The genesis of Maranatha was always rooted in the sense of adventure in a distant land. Somewhere far from Berrien Springs, Michigan, where the headquarters was based. Airplanes, passports, and foreign languages were critical elements to a Maranatha project. Mission trips whisked volunteers to the Bahamas, Guatemala, Dominica, and more to build churches and share the gospel with strangers. But dotted throughout the landscape of Maranatha's early history are projects in North America. One of the earliest and most pivotal was Yellowknife in the Northwest Territories of Canada. Working virtually non-stop for 2 weeks, 140 volunteers constructed a church for the Yellowknife congregation. It's a church that still stands today. Soon after, volunteers worked at the Holbrook Indian School in Arizona. Then in 1976, Maranatha began organizing annual conventions. The events were usually held at a Seventh-day Adventist school in the United States, and the program was preceded by a renovation project at the campus. A year later, Maranatha started chapters in U.S. regions. Members held meetings and organized smaller group projects, and many projects took place in North America. By the early 1980s, the concept of local chapters went by the wayside, but the movement to work in North America had gained traction. Eventually, North America, or stateside projects, became a regular offering on Maranatha's project calendar. Like international mission trips, North America trips called for volunteers to help on a major construction project for 10 to 14 days at a time. The only difference? No fees for food or lodging. All was provided in exchange for a volunteer's help. The next major development in North America projects took place in 2012. For years, Maranatha had been constructing churches in North America. As time went on, it became apparent that smaller congregations in the U.S. needed a simple, affordable church.
Maranatha has actually built many churches in North America, but most of those have been for congregations that have had the capacity to raise significant amounts of money. So Maranatha has a standardized approach to construction for our international church projects, but we haven't had a standardized approach to church construction here in North America.
One solution for overseas congregations is the one-day church, a simple but effective solution for groups needing a basic structure. Essentially, what Maranatha needed was a similar template to work in the context of North America. A standard, affordable church could make a significant difference for small congregations, many of which have no experience and little money.
Unfortunately, we've seen over and over again examples where congregations decide that they want to build a church, but they don't really have the experience with development and construction that will enable them to have a successful project. And so they quickly get mired into the details and often get derailed from the project.
So Maranatha began to develop blueprints for a standard church.
We wanted a plan that was not complex so that volunteers could work on it and so that it would be affordable for those congregations that don't have a lot of money.
Working with architects, Maranatha completed the first blueprint and tried it out in New Albany, Mississippi in 2012. The response from the congregation was overwhelmingly positive.
This project is just a dream for us. Usually in this community, you can't see a Seventh-day Adventist church. You can see many churches, but no Seventh-day Adventist. And the community all the time asking me, where's your church? Or what is your religion? And all the time I say, okay, I'm Seventh-day Adventist, but we don't have church. So with this project, with this church, I hope many people can know more about Seventh-day Adventists.
Since then, Maranatha has constructed several churches using the standard North America church blueprint, and more requests continue to come in. Today, Maranatha has completed more than 320 projects in North America in total, and these trips are becoming more popular as the typical picture of a mission field is broadening. Recent projects in the United States have drawn volunteers from outside of North America. At a project in New York, a group of Brazilians signed up to help with renovations at Union Springs Academy.
Sempre quis ir para país pobre, a África, a Índia. Quando surgiu a oportunidade, a gente primeiro pensa que os Estados Unidos não precisam, um país rico, né? Mas eu acredito que a gente não deve, que em qualquer lugar a gente pode sim fazer a diferença.
In recent years, projects in North America have doubled as more and more organizations are reaching out to Maranatha for help. From summer camps to churches and schools, Maranatha coordinates more than 24 mission trips within the United States and Canada each year. North America is a growing mission field with plenty of opportunities to share the gospel and be transformed through service.